Okay, we're heading off. We're stuck in traffic. What do you reckon, Dean? Woo! Have a look at all the rain over there. That's where we're headed.
We got reception?
We got reception.
We got reception. That's pretty cool.
Ready?
What's that? He's got a full-size pillow. Oh, look at that. Creature cut a bloody full-size pillow. So this is my little setup. I've got the bivvy bagged for the night. This is where I slept last night. The guys getting breakfast ready. Gino's only just gotten up.
Nothing new there, buddy.
Hey?
Nothing new there. Porridge Supreme. What's it going
Porridge.
to be? What's the double shot?
Yeah, they're good.
That's a
I should have got
that'll
those.
make you go to sleep.
4 regular Canadian
Yeah.
clubs cost me
I
28,
might have to-
those were 27. I should have got those.
Might have to buy some of these tonight.
I didn't want the caffeine.
Yeah, we're going to have breakfast and then we're going to go up to Blue Pool. What do you got there? What are you having for breakfast?
Chain wax.
Yeah, and then we're going to go up to, what's it called? Den of
Nargen.
Nargen. Okay, on the road. Well, we've just had some breakfast. Going for a bit of a morning walk around the campsite, along the river, or the creek. Yeah, pretty wet, everything's wet, pretty slippery. Not the best to walk in the shoes I've got at the moment, but I've got what I've got. Go on, Dean, take a bath.
No.
We're going to head off now to Blue Pool. All ready to rock and roll?
Oh.
Okay, just leaving the campground. It's only a short ride to Blue Pool. I think it's only about probably 10 k's at the most. Roads are wet from last night's rain. And it was just constant rain last night. Yeah. Had a comfy sleep, which was good. And hot and dry. Yeah, the roads are very, very slippery. Just not enough rain to wash them clean. It's really greasy. But this is a nice little bit of a road going into Blue Pool. Might have a bit of sun glare because it's early in the morning and the sun's pretty low, but yeah. I think it's only about 8 o'clock in the morning. Could be a few roos around. Who knows? Currently walking down now to the Blue Pool. Just a short walk.
So this is one of the caves, is it?
Hey? No.
What's over there?
There's a little track. That's up pretty high actually. Okay, that was Blue Pool. Water was up pretty high compared to last time I was here, which was over 2 years ago. And apparently the campsite there is actually closed due to a sinkhole, We didn't actually physically see the sinkhole, but we saw the area where they've sort of roped off. So maybe they're expecting that to wash away. But yeah, it was quite a nice little area, nice swimming hole. So now we're on our way to Den of Nargen, which is in the Mitchell River National Park. Unfortunately, we can't take the back roads there because the back roads have been closed because bridges have been washed out. So we'll be taking the main road there. So we're just heading on to a dirt little section here. I'm not too sure where this goes. Dan's set it all out on his navigational system. So yeah. Only a short little stretch, but yeah, it's a bit of a shortcut. This morning, the roads being so greasy, my helmet's all got moisture inside it from last night and seemed to be fogging up a fair bit, and we got the sun blaring straight into our face. So, but you know, that's what it's all about. But yeah, the roads are, you know, I'll keep going on about it, they're very, very slippery. Especially with these sort of knobby like tyres on this Versys. It'll dry out by the end of the day. Just have to be a bit more cautious in the morning, that's all. Which is not a bad thing. Especially with wildlife around here in Australia.
So we're on our way down to Den of Nargen. It's a 3 kilometre walk. It'll take about an hour and a half. Okay, got to go and catch up with the rest of the guys.
Love it. Love it.
So we're down the bottom. Now we're just got to walk upstream here, up to the waterfall. What do you reckon, Bear? After you, sir.
Yeah, okay. Suck the guts in.
You're a character. Well, here we are at Den of Nargen. Check this out. Yeah, the hardest part about this walk is getting out. All these little zigzag tracks and rocks. So Dean, what do you think of the walk?
I don't know, give me about another half an hour to catch my breath.
Hey?
Get away. What's going on?
Hey? So what do you think of the walk?
That was good. Didn't even break a sweat.
Yeah, it didn't break a sweat.
No.
Mr. Fitness.
That was easy. Nice morning walk.
Okay, we're just leaving the Den of Nargen. I was actually going to record the ride coming in. It's actually a dirt road, but the GoPro 10 froze on me. A common problem with the GoPro 10. But yeah, so I'll record on the way out. We're now heading on our way to Dargo. We're going to go to the Dargo Pub and then have an ice cold beer because it has really picked up in temperature. It must be around about 25 or 26 degrees, but really, really humid. It was really amazing when we went down into the down to the waterfall, how humid it was down there. It was crazy. But the waterfall itself was quite spectacular. It's probably one of the best waterfalls I've ever seen, actually. Yeah, but this road is pretty easy, dirt road, a bit corrugated and a bit wet in sections, but otherwise it's alright. It was quite moist when we came in, and just having that sun on it, it's really dried it off, and now Dean's flicking up some dust at me. But it's a beautiful area around here. Beautiful countryside. We're now getting onto the main road to Dargo. And I think it's around about probably 30 k's away, and we'll be sitting down and enjoying a nice cold beer. Nice little bit of a windy section at the moment. Now the only problem is we've seen a few dead roos on the road, so you just got to be careful when you're taking these corners. That's the only problem here in Australia, a bit of wildlife on the road, come around the corner, having to rejudge the corner or pick your line in the corner. Some of those roos are quite big too. They're all bunched up now, taking it a little bit easier. Yeah, the road surface is reasonably good. Just got wet patches every now and then, and sometimes they can be in the corners, and it can be quite frightening actually, especially on the tyres I've got. They're great on dirt, they're great in dry, a little bit sketchy on the wet stuff, especially the wet tarmac. That's okay, just going to have to take it a little bit easier, that's all. And Dean's experiencing the same with his tyres, so we're nearly there. It's actually probably been a bit longer than what we expected. We thought it might have been a bit closer to Den of Nargen, but that's okay. We've got all day to play around this area, which is good, and it's still pretty early in the morning. I think it's around about 10:30. Now heading into the area, well, it's like a big valley area where Dargo lays on the river. So we just come out of the forest. It's nice to get into a bit more of an open area where the roads are a bit drier. Yeah, it's been an enjoyable ride, this. We've got the river now to the right of me. You might get a bit of a glimpse of it around the corner here. There you go. So the road now follows the river into Dargo. Beautiful, isn't it? And the road shoots all the way around there. It's a beautiful area around Dargo. Dino playing funny buggers again? Or is he stretching his legs? I think he's stretching his legs. Oh, now we got the stand-up mode. Stand-up position. What's next? The old look around the corner. Zoolander. We're in Dargo. Just gotta find the pub. Come in from a different angle in comparison to the last time I came here. I'm sure we didn't come in this way at all. Just does not look familiar at all. I think we might be coming in across the bridge, but then I might be wrong. Nice and green around here, but they have had a fair bit of rain up here. And here is the Dargo Pub, famous Dargo Pub. You knocked my mirror. Hey? Okay, well, we've had our 2 beers, refreshment drinks for lunch. The guys had had a burger each. Still pretty full from yesterday's Palmer plus breakfast this morning, so I skipped lunch today. But we are now heading back to Bryagalon. We're going to go to Blue Pool and go for a bit of a swim. So the ride back to Bry from Dargo is probably going to take about an hour, but that's okay. Temperature wise, it's really got warm and humid. It's probably around about 26 degrees. That water hopefully is not too cold. Anyway, we'll see you when we get there. Kawasaki Versys little 300, it's done really well with these guys. I mean, Dean, who is in front of me, he's on an 800, and Dean, who's behind me, is on a 1090. Yeah, obviously on the main parts or the main roads and all that, they pull away from me, and even in the twisties as well. But it's still there, only slightly behind. I mean, it's a pretty good bike, the little Versys, good fun to ride. So we're more or less taking the same road back as the way that we came in. So I won't record the whole ride back, but just a little bit of highlights here and there. And this is one of them, just going over the bridge. And check out the water, take it nice and easy. But yeah, I hope you viewers are enjoying this trip. It's just a 2-nighter overnight camping trip, a couple of workmates, just decided to get away. If you did, you know, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave comments, you name it. We'll be doing plenty more trips. I haven't been lately. I think my last video prior to this one was 5 weeks ago, and that was a bit of a test ride with Dean, but we'll be getting out there a lot more. I've got holidays coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'm hoping to do a few trips with my holidays. So yeah, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos, and enjoy the ride. So currently going through a bit of a windy section. Bit of fun to be had here, apart from the water on a friggin' road. We've just come out of the wood area and now we're out into the open fields, heading out towards Bryagalong. Or Stratford is the other place. That's the other big town in the area. It was a fair amount of windy road through that section. Now we're on an open, basically open highway. And there's a few bikes out today too. Not bad views from here. Pastures, dairy farming area. East Gippsland is renowned for. Who's probably sick and tired of listening to my little 300 screaming. That's okay. That was the turn off we were supposed to take. Where's Dino going? He's going bush. Not long now, we're just going through the pine plantation not far from Bryagalong. The guys are shot off in front. Oh, that's alright, I'll catch up to them eventually. I'm sure they'll wait for me at the next intersection. But yeah, it's lovely going through here. Reminds me a little bit of Europe. When I was young, travelling around Europe, going through pine plantations. Yeah, it's excellent. Little stretch to get back to the campsite. Short little cut. Otherwise, if we followed the main road, it would take us into Bryagalong, and we're actually staying about 5 k's out. This is just a little crossroad that cuts across to another main road. So yeah. Pair of shorts, towel, off to Blue Pool we go. Couple of cans, we'll kick back and relax, and that's the end of the day's ride, I think, apart from going to the pub for a meal. But yeah, looking forward to this. It's really warmed up. Yeah, not far now. Gravel section, second car park. Blue Pool. Here we come. Oh, it's good there's only a couple of cars here. Might mean that there's not too many people there.
Oh well, here goes. Woo! That is cold.